Save the new generation.
Hello everyone, welcome to another exciting episode of No Filter Save the New Generation. I'm your host, Hope Onyechedoko. Today we have a very exciting topic, which is overcoming challenges as a student leader. We have two lovely guests in the studio today that will be explaining and also briefing us on how to overcome such challenges as a student leader. Welcome Ella, welcome Jimji.
Thank you.
So our today's topic is overcoming challenges as a student leader. Have you guys ever been a leader before in school?
For me, yeah, I was a prefect that time in my secondary school days. So yeah, it was kind of a leadership role for me. But yeah, it's kind of tough actually because you have to juggle, you have to multitask, you have to focus on your school, you have to focus on your school politics as well. You have to focus on your friends as well. You know, it's tough, but you have to find the balance in doing that actually.
Okay. What about you, Ella? Have you ever been a student leader before in school?
I was supposed to be, but I declined it, I will lie, because the stress, I already pictured the stress of everything. Yeah, I was supposed to be a labor prefect in my school.
Okay.
And at the same time, they wanted giving me a house captain. So I was like, I'll be in class one day and they'll just go and pick me up from the class. Your hostel is dirty, go and clean it up. And you see, I'll miss the class for that day. And it's something I wouldn't want to, because like I said before, I'm kind of a slow learner. So I focus more on when I'm being taught rather than reading, because what I'm being taught stick to my head more than when I'm reading.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's how it works for me at that time in secondary school. So I was like, no, I can't go for that though. So I declined it. I refused because it was a whole lot of stress. Dealing with boarding school, your stubborn juniors, and you have to be chasing them. Live here, go here. So it was something that I wouldn't want to even put myself in.
Okay.
So I didn't even.
Okay, you said put yourself in
No,
that.
I didn't put myself in that.
Okay. So if you were given the opportunity, like now that you're in the university, you're given like a student leader, maybe like a president, maybe like for a Christian fellowship or so, how would you handle that?
How will I handle that? Yeah, it can be stressful.
Okay.
But you just have to like plan yourself first thing. Yes, focus on the important things. Not that that one is not important though, but like you have to plan yourself how you go about it. Be self-confident, be mindful of what you do. Because as a student leader, you're setting an example for students. So let's say if you are a president in a fellowship and then you are not doing what you're preaching, you're not setting an example for them.
Exactly.
So you need to like work on yourself first. Know that okay, this thing this position I'm giving, this is the example I'm supposed to give. So you have to live by your own rules.
Exactly.
Just to like prove you're a good leader actually.
Okay. So John James, you actually mentioned that you were in that position. So you being in that position, how were you able to handle the stress?
Well, I mostly handled my prefectship. I was actually the social prefect at that time. So I mostly dealt with things concerning social events in school, any occasion happening in school. Yeah, so that's mostly when I stepped in.
Okay.
So at the same time, I had other duties to do in school for sure, So I tried my best to separate that from my academics and also to try and focus on it, because it wasn't really hectic for me actually at that moment, because I had other, we were quite much. I wasn't the only one, so I wasn't the only one who was going to be distracted, so I wasn't needed in all cases, I would say, yeah, but it was tough though, but I found a way to go through it and I actually enjoyed it actually. And I believe I did great actually, because I felt like I achieved what other people before me didn't achieve. So it was kind of cool for me.
Okay. So I still have more questions that I'll throw to you before we take a short break. So, but the thing is, you being like the social prefect, do you have like a particular time for social events then in school?
Yeah, we did have particular times for social events, Like for example, we had Saturdays whereby we had a variety nights, mostly from, should I say, 7 to like 9 p.m. We just play music around, dance, and we just have fun. and go back. And then we had these activities also that we did in school, which we called it's the 1st of October, Nigerians independence.
Okay.
We mostly always celebrated that in school, so it was kind of a planned occasion. We did a bonfire, dinner, something like we cooked like for the whole school, like as it was a boarding school actually. So as long as we're in the hostel, we planned that, we contribute money, we buy things, we buy wood, we buy meat, we buy food, then we
Wow.
and then you plan for the bonfire whereby you go out, just play music, dance, and that was it actually.
Okay, so that means it never really affected your grades in any way.
Yeah, it never really affected them.
So you were able to separate it that, okay, yeah, well, it's time for you to be a leader at this particular time. So were you getting like any bad negative feedbacks from people that you were like
Yes, for
being a
sure.
leader to?
For sure, actually, being a leader, you can't be good to everybody. You can't be a good man to everybody, for sure. There are people that will definitely see you as you're going off and people that will support you. Like, for example, when I was given that position, I had people, friends, like classmates of mine who were saying I didn't deserve it, actually. Like, and I was there, like, I heard, like, it was something that, okay, I wasn't really the one that they wanted to give it to. The person that was handing over, he didn't put my name. He put one of my friends' name, and we were actually kind of close. So we two were mostly the social guys that time in school. So he actually put his name, but then the principal in the school, when that time it was like I was in the choir, was it? So I think that was what made her change it to me, because I was actually performing on stage, singing like we were. So I think maybe she saw me doing that, and she felt like, okay, it means I can, hold the mic and talk to people. So she felt like I should. So and then she gave me the position. And it was actually rough for me because I felt like I stole this position from my friend, but I was like, nah, let me just. It happened, and we were cool actually after that.
Okay. All right, guys. Our audience out there will be taking a short break, but we'll be heading to the streets to hear more in regards to overcoming challenges of student leader. Just stay tuned, then we'll be right back. Bro, what type of leadership role did you take and what was so challenging about it?
I was the head boy by then, so
Okay.
I've taken the position of head boy. So I faced so many challenges. But
Okay.
with the aid of some of my guys, like some of my leader with me, and especially my own principal, I was able to overcome some challenges. Like some student using some student trying to obstruct me when carrying out my duty as a head boy in order to make sure that the school environment is clean and other things are good. Then when I feel like being provoked or doing something any other, some of my mates will call me and then tell me that as a leader I need to be taking some challenges, so I should not be having anger issue in taking my action. So I used to coordinate with them. So no matter how some challenges I was facing, with the aid of them, I was able to overcome them.
Wow, that's lovely. So what advice now would you have to everyone over the world that maybe might be facing this kind of challenge in regards to leadership role? How would you advise them?
Let's start with the fact that I have come across in such challenges before. Then I will advise those who are leaders out there that as a leader you have to be patient in whatever somebody do to you. You as a leader, you have to live exemplary life, so you won't be provoking. Then you have to take any insult as a leader. But not all insult, but there are some certain ways that you can take insult from people. But in order for you to succeed and carry out your duty effectively, you need to have one or two key people there that can be advising you in order how to handle them.
Wow, that's lovely. Thank you so much. That's really lovely. Do have a lovely day. Welcome back. We just came out from the streets whereby we heard a lot of people that had challenges in how to become a student leader. Some of them were actually lagging behind in their academics. Some were feeling that they don't deserve the role and all of that. But not to worry, we're still having that conversation with our guests right here, and they'll get to shed more insights in regards to that. So what about you, John James?
Well, as I said earlier, I felt like it was mostly the role I played in the school choir actually made my principal to actually feel like, yes, I was up for that position. because when I actually led praises sometimes. So I believe at that time she saw that I was being good and had the faith in me, and I believe I proved her right.
Did you actually feel at some point like it was overbearing, or it was like a very big weight that was put on top of you to set a good example for those
Sure.
that
It's always weighing actually, because when things go wrong,
exactly
you are to blame. So it's definitely weighing. So you have to make sure everything is in alignment with what the school says and what they want.
see? Wow. So what would be your advice out there now to those that would be watching, those maybe they're like student presidents, or maybe Christian fellowship presidents, or whichever posts they're being given to, and they might be finding it very difficult to handle the challenges that they are being faced with?
Well, you should delegate wisely. You should find out who is on your side, your teammates, people you can work with. You find out your strengths and your weaknesses. That way, you can know what to work with and what not to work with. Okay. And you should also have communicate openly. When something is wrong, you should know how to speak out and tell and inform people. This is the situation we are in. This is what's going on. This is what we need. This is what we don't need. Okay. And you have to try and, as well as to keep a clear focus. Take care of yourself. You should always observe your rest. Take good care of yourself, because if you are not good, you can't be a good leader.
Exactly. What about you, Ella? What would be your advice to?
Yeah, I'll say shut your ears off negative thoughts.
Okay.
Because if you're always open to what people are saying, you just crumble. You won't do it well. You'll be doing it based on what people want. So be confident to achieve that thing you're meant to do. And also, like I said, don't put your mind to what people are saying. Always focus on your own self, what it is you feel is right to do. Like you say, just do your ear like this, you're not hearing anything.
Exactly. All right, audience out there, and there you have it for our today's episode, which is overcoming challenges of a student leader. No matter what it is, stand firm, know the kind of person you are. Do not listen to negative thoughts. Do not listen to negative words that might be coming from your subordinates or whoever it may be. Always know your strengths, know your weaknesses, and have good teammates that are always there to call you back and tell you when things are going wrong. Those that are always ready to correct you in love, not in hatred. So no matter what it is, please don't forget to like, don't forget to share, don't forget to comment, and don't forget to subscribe. I remain your lovely host, Hope on your chair, Doko. Bye.